Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Matt Brown versus Bryan Barberena. So, Matt Brown versus Bryan Barberena. Matt Brown versus Bryan Barberena. And these names aren't confusing at all. Aren't confusing at all, but for some reason, I'm struggling. But hey, this one a little bit delayed. Like, as you can see from the other ones, even though like I'm wearing the same exact shirt, it's a different shirt, but it's gray, so it's a different day. It's like what 2-3 days after the other ones are made, whatever case may be. A little bit late because I've been kind of holding off on it. I don't know how to lean, but ultimately I'm gonna lean to the younger man, Bryan Barberena here. I feel like Matt Brown definitely looks sharper, look cleaner, much more technical. It's not even a debate. He look cleaner, look sharper, more technical. Just look like the better fighter out there. But age is a huge factor, and age is undefeated. Time is undefeated. I'm gonna lean with Bryan Barberena. Barberena is definitely not no phenomenal stud. He's been there with some solid guys. Dropped Leon Edwards, hurt Vicente Luque, went three, almost went the distance with Vicente Luque and probably could even arguably won a decision over Luque, but Luque was able to stop him in the third round. So, no, he had those fights, but those fights, time is getting further and further and further, and those guys getting better and better, and Bryan Barberena just staying in the same exact place where, like I said, these guys getting better. So, you can't really hold those wins, wins, those losses in as high as regard. That's like what Dan Hooker saying, oh, wow, what hard rounds with Dustin Poirier, and I did this and I did that. Now, that's 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Next thing you know, 6, 7 years ago. Like, what you talking about? That's the past. You can't live off the past anymore. But definitely say you have the experience for those events, but like, what have you done for me lately? But nonetheless, can't lean to that as much. But I'm really going not the real reason I'm leaning to Bryan Barberena is not purely just age. Age is a huge factor and does come into things. And it's not purely just off that's probably the least of things as far as who he fought and how he fought them. Because like I said, time is getting further and further ahead, and that's getting further and further in the past. But the thing is, Matt Brown, I see him like in the Carlos Condon fight, even in his last fight against with Diego Lima, he knocked him out. Low output. Definitely powerful, definitely sharp, technically getting cleaner, but age is getting older. But these older guys, they not out there doing 100 strikes, 200 strikes. They out there doing like probably like 60 strikes or landing 60 significant strikes at most. They're not really doing that many shots. And that still sounds like a high output right there, but really I think he averaged probably under 40 significant strikes in his last 4 or 5 fights. Not in total, but like over those fights, he was like individually, I don't think he outlanded a whole significant. He got a couple stoppages along, and he got stopped a couple times in there, but yeah, not really a high output. And Bryan Barberena, you could say in a couple of these fights his output hasn't been crazy high, but because like I said, it's been stoppages, it's been getting wrestled and stuff. But it's a fight where wrestling ain't gonna be a big factor, I don't feel, because Matt Brown, for like, at his age, he's not gonna be doing. He never was a high wrestling guy. He's not a guy out there going for like 5, 6, 7 takedowns and trying to control you. He might try to control you, but never really been greatest at doing that, or never been great at actually really setting takedowns. And I don't think that's gonna change too much now. These other guys, they're gonna try to mix that into their game, but all I see if he tries to do that, probably, might still around, but not something he can maintain for 3 rounds. Well, either way, I see with Matt Brown, for him to win, I feel like he needs a stoppage. And Bryan Barberena could get a stoppage or outwork him. And I think it's going to be one of these weird, wonky decisions. Matt Brown probably going to hurt him a couple times. But Bryan Barberena still being young, still being, right in his prime, being durable. It's going to be a take those shots. And it's going to take more than just one big perfect shot. That might drop him, might almost have him dead to rights. Might survive the build, might be the roll, might be the scramble. Might be able to just shake it off and then come back. Like, he's gonna be right back in your face, and he's not gonna be straddling the cage and throwing leg kicks. He might do that at some points, but I feel like most point, Bryan Barberena gonna make it his mission to stay in Matt Brown's face, throwing a whole bunch of slappy punches, and just putting a pace on Matt Brown that he can't keep up or maintain with. So that's what I see. Like I said, Matt Brown definitely been sharper, definitely early, but Bryan Barberena just being relentless and constantly coming at him. And yeah, this kind of sounds like the Chris Martino prediction, and you know how that ended, but Bryan Barberena, to his credit, is far, far better than Chris Martino. And Matt Brown is better than, what's his name? Guido Canetti, but nonetheless, low confident pick here, but age is undefeated, time is undefeated, and whatnot. And Matt Brown really got to, do a whole lot with less and look to get him out of there, I feel. I don't see this a fight where Matt Brown's going to win by decision. I see the takedown, I see Bryan Barberena be able to get up with relative ease. Matt Brown able to score them pretty with relative ease, but not being able to maintain position or, really able to score with those takedowns or be able to establish control time with those takedowns. And probably gonna do 5 at most, and that's a reach. Probably like 3, matter of fact, probably like 2 at most, and absolutely nothing done with those takedowns. like probably enough to steal one round. But ultimately, I feel like in the later rounds, Matt Brown's gonna start to fade. Barberena's probably gonna start to dig into that body more. A tired, old Matt Brown, and Matt Brown never been really tough to the body, so dig him to the body a little bit. Probably throw some inside leg kicks in there just so he can't really plant and throw with nothing, generating much power. Bryan Barberena definitely not as technical, but he definitely crafty. He been around the game and he got some little tricks in there. So blast him inside leg kicks, throw him off his base, probably slap him some sloppy overhands, sloppy hooks and stuff. Fire 1-2 every now and then. And just like I said, high output, constantly in his face, and outworking the older man, Matt Brown. So in this fight, I got Bryan Barberena via decision.